through this very important, analysis, especially when you study the, data, whether they are scattered uniformly, homogeneously or not. So these are studied with the help of skewness and kurtosis. Skewness basically tells us how the data is scattered. Matlab deviation, is there any deviation between mean, median and mode? And if no, then it will be normal, and if it is not symmetrically distributed, then either it will be positively, that is right side will be distributed, or left side negatively distributed. So these all things can be calculated with the coefficients that we studied, beta 1, beta 2 and gamma 1 and gamma 2. And these are pretty simple concepts, mathematical terms, same as we did for the mean, median, mode, etc. And kurtosis, on the other hand, it gives the flatness. There are three types of curves: BISA, meso, platy, and leptokurtic. So, these are studied with the help of gamma 1 and gamma 2. Three types of conditions are there. Three conditions are associated with the skewness, and three conditions associated with the kurtosis. So we saw in our previous lecture, and today, if you have any doubt, dear students, related to this concept skewness and kurtosis, let us discuss. Else we start the bivariate analysis, correlation and regression. Today we will, throw light on this.
Sir, can you please brief the kurtosis?
Okay. So kurtosis is nothing but this is like the shape of the, how the, when you draw the, curve, taking the, data, then it might be three types of data. Means for that given data, okay, it might be that mean, median and mode, all the three coincides, or they can deviate. And a mean, median, mode may be different, or mean, median, mode may coincide. Okay, so kurtosis is nothing but it gives us the piquantness. And the kurtosis give the piquantness, and that skewness give the, scatteredness. Okay, so basically in kurtosis we, study the height of the curve. So the most favorable curve is normal curve, where all the three coincides. Okay, this you can see here. If the value of the gamma 2, which is related to beta 2, and beta 2 you would have seen, you know, moment about mean, fourth moment about mean divided by mu 2 square. With the help of this, we decide whether it is normal curve, or it is elliptic curve, or platy curve. So basically three types of curve we find. So if the gamma 2, that is coefficient gamma 2, comes out to be 0, then we say that, it's normal curve. Normal curve generally we say mesocortic curve it is. So means neither it is, very, peaked nor very flat. That is why we say that is normal. Okay, whereas when gamma 2 is less than, then we say that it is a flatter than the normal curve. That is, it is given by this one. You can see that it is more flat than the normal curve. And if the value gamma 2 is greater than 0, then we can say that it is more, it is having more height than the normal curve. Okay, so by simply looking upon the data, we cannot say what type of curve it would be, whether it would be, lefty, meso, or platy. So these are the mathematical terms with the help of which we can decide the flatness or the piquantness of the curve, which is obtained by drawing, of the given data. Okay, getting it, students? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so when did, so let me give one example. Suppose this is dead. Okay, so find the coefficient of skewness and kurtosis of the following data. So these are the heights, and these are the number of person. Means height you can take that x, and persons you can take the frequency. Means 58 centimeter, you can say here, suppose centimeter is given, so 58 centimeter having height, persons are 10 in number, and likewise and so on. So we have to analyze these two terms, skewness and kurtosis. Okay, so we will have to find first mean. Mean is important here. So we have calculated the mean. Since the data is not very large, so we can simply apply the simple method, total f of x divided by total frequency. So first and second column represent the data given. First column, that is x values, and second column their frequencies, and the third one is the total, it depends, gives the f into x and total this one. So we can easily find the value of mean in this case. And mode, as you can see, these are the what type of data, what type of series is this? Can you tell me? I told you three types: individual, discrete, and grouped. So what type of this series is or data?
Discrete.
Discrete. Absolutely. For the discrete, we see the maximum frequency. So you can see maximum frequency is 42, and against this frequency, the value of x will be termed as the mode. As you know, mode is the item which occurs frequently in the series. So 61 occurs 42 times. So 61 will be the mode, and the approximate value of this mean is 61.4. So we have calculated mean and mode. Now these are the four terms. Whenever you go, you're going to calculate skewness and kurtosis. So these terms are very essential. These terms are very essential because as per the definition of moment, if you see there, so these are very important terms, or the formula based this one. Okay, this. So r equal to 0, r equal to 1, and so on. So basically first four moments about mean are calculated. So when you put r equal to 1, r equal to 2, r equal to 3 and 4, so you get different moments, and these are moments which are required for the calculation of beta 1, beta 2, and gamma 1, gamma 2. That is why we calculate these. Okay, so this table reflects all those things. You can see here. So we have calculated all those things up to 4, and multiplied by frequency, and these are the total data. Okay, basically last three column are required for us calculation. So now we have calculated first standard deviation. This one, it is second moment. A second moment about mean, it's termed as standard deviation. So this mu2 is coming out to be, in this case, 3.1065. Similarly, mu3, that is third moment about mean, that we have calculated here, and it is coming out to be this so much. Getting, students? This. Similarly, you can see that all those datas. Okay, fourth moment about the mean and so on. Now, as per the definition, when you calculate the skewness, so beta 1 is calculated, and beta 1's definition is square of the third moment divided by the cube of the second moment. Getting, students? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you put these values, you get so much. Similarly, we can calculate beta 2, and it is fourth moment about mean divided by square of the second moment about mean, and it is coming out to be 2.3. Now on the basis of these beta 1, beta 2, we can analyze, and gamma 1 is defined, that is plus minus under root of beta 1. If you see the formula previously, so this is the formula which give you the skewness. Okay, and this is plus minus 0.048. Question is what sign should be taken here. So you always remember that sign of the gamma 1 is taken as the sign of the mu3, that is third moments. Whenever you are going to calculate, you have to observe, you have to analyze the sign of the moment about mean, third moment about mean, and here you can see that mu3 is nothing but it is positive. It is positive, so positive sign would be taken here. Means gamma 1 is greater than 0 here. Okay, so if it was negative, then gamma 1 would be 0 less than 0. So, but in the present case, it is greater than 0. So it means distribution is positively skewed or rightly skewed. So if you draw the, curve, you will get something like that. The data from the mean will be distributed like this, positively, something like this more scattered toward right side. Okay, and if it was negative, then the curve would be something like this. Okay, something like this left, distribution towards left will be more than the right. Okay, so these scatness is studied with the help of these values. So therefore the distribution is positively skewed, means it is distribution is not uniformly, but it is skewed. Now what about mu2? Mu2 is given by mu2 minus mu3. If you see the formula, and here you can see that when you subtract this, it is negative. Means this shows that the curve is flat topped or platychotic. Okay, when mu2 is gamma 2 is less than 0, if you see the curve, this one, when mu2 is less than 0, so it is nothing but it is flatty type. Means see this one, that is more flatter than the normal curve. Okay, so this gives. Okay, so this type of question generally asks, and you can analyze the flatness or scatness with the help of these coefficients. Getting, students?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I had given you some questions. I have also given some hint here. You can actually, these are the values that we have calculated. You calculate these values and see whether these values are correct or not. Then you can proceed. So I have written the answers, but you proceed systematically as we proceeded this example, and it will give you some insight. So for the analysis of skewness and kurtosis, only three moments, that is second moment, third moment, and fourth moments are required. As you can see the definition of beta 1 and beta 2. So you can practice these questions. Okay, it is a grouped data. So for group data, first you have to create the x values and by adding and dividing this one. Okay, but this data, it is a exclusive type, so you will have to convert all those things. You have to keep in mind while dealing with any analysis. So here this data is exclusive type, so you will have to inclusive types, you will have to convert first in inclusive type, then you can proceed this one. Getting, students? Inclusive type to be converted into exclusive type. So this is the example that you can. Okay, students, any doubt? Otherwise we proceed further. Very interesting topic, bivariate distribution. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so is it clear now how we calculate a flatness or a scatness?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So next topic is regression and correlation and regression are bivariate. So far whatever we have been discussing, those were the univariate. Univariate means only one data was given with the frequencies. But in case of bivariate, we will be given with two series, two data. Means basically we see that x data and y data. So far we have been given only x data. Here we will be given two data, x data and y data. And the analysis based on this data is done under the study of correlation and regression. Okay, so one by one we will study. So is the correlation. As this name suggests, correlation means is there any relation between two variables? Means correlation analysis and deals with the association between the given two series, and those series maybe height, maybe suppose x is height and y is bit, as per height there would be some bits. Sometimes some person's height is taller, in taller, but his or her weight may be less. Sometimes short person can have more weight. So this type of analysis we will do here. So correlation is nothing but the association between two variables. Association between two variables. How one variable change in one variable affect the change the other variable. Suppose when demand is high and a demand is high, price is will be high. When demand is less, price will be less. So these are the association between different a group of data, and all these analysis is done under the correlation. So so there may be different type of correlations. Suppose you are increasing the value of x, then there is also increase in y. If two data are associated in such a way that when you increase or decrease, or if you increase or decrease the data x, same nature is takes place with the second data. So this type of correlation is termed as positive correlation. Means one direction. If you increase x, y will also increase. If you decrease x, then y will also decrease. So this type of nature or association with the two given data is generally is termed as the positive correlation. On the other hand, if you increase x, then y decreases, or when you increase you decrease x values, and accordingly y increases. So reverse process is going on here. So in this way, when one variable correspond to decrease or increase as per the increase or decrease on the other variable, so this type of relation or association is termed as the negative correlation. Okay, there are cases where there is no effect. When you increase the value of x, suppose there is no effect in y, means there is no correlation. There may be cases, we will see by examples. There are cases where you can see this type of analysis also. Okay, and another thing is most important thing, the amount you increase in x, if the same amount in y is also take place, then say that is a perfect correlation. Positive. Suppose you are decreasing with some amount of x values, and in the same amount values it decrease in the increase or decrease in the y values, then you can say this is a perfect one. So the correlation is perfect if the deviation in one variable correspond to the proportional deviation, whether it is decrease or increase. If you are increasing x with some amount of proportion, so if the same proportion is takes place in the other value, whether it is negative or positive, then we say that it is a perfect correlation. Getting it, students? So I would like to give you one such example, positive and negative. Okay, how you can analyze with the given data. So let me show you. Suppose we are given with some data. Okay. Okay, this. Suppose we have given two values. Suppose my x series and y series. Okay, given. Suppose x values are 10, 12, 15, 18, 20. These are x values. Now you can analyze what type of this correlation is. 15, 20, 22, 25, or 37. Okay. So here you can see that when x is increasing, you can see that x is increasing, so y is also increasing. So it is a positive correlation. Okay, it may be if the same amount is increment is take place, then we can say it is a perfect correlation. Otherwise it will be positive correlation because the values of x is increasing, accordingly the y values are also increasing. On the other hand, if we take another example, suppose the second example I'm taking, this is 80, this is 70, this is 60, this is 40, and this is 30. So the values of x are decreasing and the values of y are 50, these are 44, this is 30, this is 20, and this is 10. Can anyone tell me what type of correlation will be this?
Positive correlation.
Definitely 100%, because one direction, whether you increase or decrease, every time it will be positive. And let me take one more example where negative correlation would be there. Suppose you are increasing the values of x. The values of x are given in increasing order. Suppose 20, 30, 40, 60. Okay, 60, 40, 80, and so on. And the corresponding values of y, suppose these are 40, these are 30, these are 22, these are 15, these are 10. So you can see here x values are increasing but y values are decreasing. So what type of correlation would be there? It will be the data are negatively correlated. Negatively correlated. And other example can also be, suppose y values are decreasing. Suppose this is 100, this is 90, this is 80, this is 60, this is 40, and this is suppose 20, and the y values may be decreasing in order. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose this one. Okay, so in this example you can see that the values are given, x values are given in the increasing order, whereas values of y are given in increasing order, and x values are given in decreasing order. So what type of correlation is there in this? How are they correlated? They are negatively correlated. Okay, so when reverse process takes place, then it is a negatively correlation, or you can say negative correlation. When the one direction in both x and y takes place, then we say that positive correlation. Getting, students? So these were the examples by the deflection of the data. Now let us see by the scatter diagram. You can see here that first one is, okay, x is increasing but y is decreasing. So it is a perfect, downward. Graph is downward. You can see this graph is from top to bottom. Okay, so it is negative, perfect negative. It is perfect negative because same amount in x and y takes place. So it is perfect negative. But in the second example, it is a decreasing from top to bottom, but not in the same amount. So it is not a perfect. It is only negative. Getting, students? In those two graphs, one is clear that same amount is take place here, so it is a perfect. When same amount is not is not taking place, but are in the decreasing order, so it is negative. Here you can see that there is no increment in y parallel to x, so it is no correlation, no effect in y values, approximately parallel to x axis. In the next one, it is from bottom to top, but with the same amount in x and y, so it is perfect positive. Second one is again from bottom to top, but with not same amount, so it is a positive only. And again there is no correlation. Okay, if the line is parallel to x axis, then you can say, or any of the x data or y data, if the parallel, then you can say there is no correlation. So these are the data. Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
sir,
yes.
in negative correlation, as you said, ki x is increasing, then y is having the reverse nature. So the graph should be different, na?
No.
Nature of the graph.
No.
In negative, yes, here.
This is negative, increasing, decreasing.
Yes, sir. Perfect negative is okay.
Okay.
I mean, for negative, both variables are showing opposite nature. Na? When one is increasing, second one will show decreasing trend. That is negative. Na?
So it is here now. X is increasing and y is decreasing now. You are increasing x now, but y is decreasing now. It's clear.
Okay.
That way I am saying now. Actually, you see the graph is from bottom to top, sorry, top to bottom. If you see this, suppose this is A graph and this is B graph. What is the difference between these two? Tell me.
Oh, yes.
X,
One is
if you
yes,
sir. See the
Got it.
x-axis starting from 0, suppose this is 0. Starting from 0, when you go along the x-axis, it means you are increasing in x.
Yes, sir. Got it.
So accordingly, y is also increasing here, you can see. But here in A case, starting from 0, if you go along x-axis, so x is increasing, no doubt. But y is decreasing now because the graph is coming down.
Yes.
That is why negative. Getting?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Okay. So it is not always possible to draw the graphs. The question is how then we can find whether or not they are correlated. If they are correlated, then whether they are perfect correlated or negatively correlated or positively correlated. So there should be some tools with us with the help of which we can say simply by calculating the math, applying the mathematical formula and simply saying that this is the value and according to this value, this is the nature of the correlation. Okay, so it is not always possible to find out the scatter diagram. So therefore we have some formula, there are some mathematical formula, different forms of formulas are there. So with the help of those, without drawing these plots, we can say that okay, this is 0.5 something. Okay, so this is this, or suppose this is 1 or -1, this is this. So this type of analysis is done with the help of the mathematical formula. And there was a very famous mathematician, especially who contributed in the field of statistics, that is Carl Pearson. You all might have heard his name, and his contribution is immense in the field of data analysis. Okay, so let us see how we can analyze mathematically the given two data, whether they are correlated or not. So the Carl Pearson coefficient correlation, which is denoted by small r, and it is given by these formulas. Suppose you are given with two series. Capital X means first series whose items are small x, 1, x2 and so on up to x, and n data are there. And the capital Y is the second series whose items are y1, y2 and so on, n data is given. So question is how we calculate. So Carl Pearson gave a formula, and its formula is basic formula starting from this. This is covariance between x and y divided by the standard deviation of x series multiplied by the standard deviation of y series. And we learned how to find the standard deviation of given series. So x series, we have seen x series. Now here is another series. So same formula will be applicable here. So when you put the value of covariance, and generally covariance definition is given by this. This is the definition of covariance. Suppose there are two variables x and y. So correlation is given with this. Deviation of x series with its mean into deviation from y series with its divided by total. Suppose there are n data. So this is the definition of covariance, which you all would have studied in your 12th standard. Okay, so this formula if we apply here, okay, so deviation, and we also if put the values of standard deviation, and that we have studied in previous lectures. So this we find, and if you take n out from those two, so this n will cancel out, these two will n will get cancelled out. And if we write this deviation by d means deviation from x of x series, and dy means deviation of y series. So this formula actually becomes this very handy. Okay, it is everything is given, deviation from x series, y series and so on. Okay, so this is very simple formula that you have to remember this formula. There are also, if you multiply this whole thing and do bit calculation, you will get some other formula which will be known as the direct formula, which we will study in our next PPT. So these are nothing but this you have to remember this basic formula. Basic formula that put the value of covariance, you get this one, take some substitution, this value, this, you will get this much. You know, or you can multiply those things, you will get new formula that will be discussed later on. Now the question is, what is the range of R? Suppose we have calculated R. So how will you know what type of correlation is there by simply getting the value, numerical value of R? So one thing you have to remember that this value of correlation is always lies between -1 and +1. Means small r is either it will be 1, that is perfect correlation, positive correlation, or it will be -1, that will be perfect negative correlations. Okay, so this range always you have to follow. Suppose you are getting something 1.2 R's value, then it means you have made some mistake anywhere. Getting, students? So by the formula you will get the value of R which will lie between this range. Minus means perfect negative correlation, and positive one means that is perfect positive correlation. Okay, so R equal to 1, then correlation is perfect positive, positive perfect, and if R equal to -1, then correlation is perfect negative. Okay, and if you apply the shortcut method, then there will be no change in the value of R. Whatever, whether you are applying direct method, whether you are applying, you know, shortcut method, there is no effect. Means correlation remains the same, you know, whether you apply different method. Okay, so this thing you have to remember. Okay, R will never change, R will be same. If R comes out to be 0, then you can calculate that there is no correlation. Okay, so correlations range, if I talk about, between like this 0, 0.5, 0.75. Okay, this something like this, and this is 1. So when it is 0, when R value 0, then there will be no correlation. If the value lies between this range, okay, then we say that moderate, you can say that is low degree correlation. You can say low degree, LD I am writing here, low degree correlation. If the value of R coming out to be positive between 0 and 0.5, you can say that correlation is of low degree. And if the value of R lies in this range, that is between 0.5 and 0.75, then you can say that moderate degree of correlation. And when this value lies between 0.75 and 1, then you can say that this is a high degree correlation, positive correlation. And when this become R equal to 1, this becomes the perfect correlation. Similarly, you can interpret for negative values of also. When it lies between minus 0.5 to 0, you can say negative, low degree negative correlation. When it lies between 0.75, negative 0.75 to minus 0.5, you can say negatively moderate degree. And when it lies between less than -1 and greater than minus 0.75, then you can say high degree negative correlation, you can say. And when it is equal to R equal to -1, you can say that it is a negative perfect correlation. So these are different ranges, and basically in question it is asked to find the correlation and also tell the degree of correlation. So you have to mention also there. Okay, getting, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now let's take, this is direct formula. This is the direct formula, and this formula is not new. It is coming from this formula itself. When you apply a little bit mathematics here, you multiply xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar, and you separate these terms, then you simply get this result. So what is the difference between this formula and this formula? This is the basic formula. Here you have to find first mean of x and y series. Only then you can proceed. But here, without calculating mean of x series, y series, simply on the basis of given x data, y data, you can calculate R values. Result will be the same because this formula is coming out or deriving from that previous formula. So both formula you can apply. Okay, if if the mean are given, then you have to apply this formula. Okay, this formula, because there are certain cases where series is not given, only mean is given. Okay, then what do you have to do? You have to apply this formula. But if the series is given, then you are free to apply whether the previous formula or this direct formula. Okay, so these are different methods. And suppose frequencies are also given, then you can simply apply the frequency f multiply. Formula will be the same, but just you have to multiply f. Okay, so these are the formulas, mathematics, simple mathematics. Okay, now this is one of the questions. Let us see. 10 students got the following percentage of marks in economics and statistics. Calculate the coefficient of correlation. And if one thing I would also add, also tell, nature of the correlation, you can say degree of correlation, you can say degree of correlation. That is, you have to interpret the value of R. So these are the 10 students. Suppose economics stands for X data and statistics represents Y data. So first what we have to do is, I have represented with capital Y. You can follow the same process whether it is small or capital one. Okay, so here this is capital one. Okay, representation of data, main data is taken with the using capital, and the data are itself are denoted by a small one. So let us find out the first mean. The mean of X series of 10 students and mean of Y series of 10 students. So when you have calculated mean, you will use the first formula. Okay, this one. So X data, Y data, and we have calculated the deviation from X series, Y series. Then we have calculated this thing. Okay, data. So first formula, if you apply, you will get this much result. So the correlation between X series and Y series is given by this formula. This is first formula, and here you can see that the total sum of dx dy is 2704 and so on. And if you put all those values, you will get this much relation. So value of R, that is correlation, is equal to 0.78. So now I would like to ask any one of you can tell me what type of correlation is this. Hello.
High degree of correlation.
High degree of correlation.
That's
High degree.
high degree correlation is there because
High
it lies.
degree of positive correlation.
Yeah, positive. That's good. That's not only a high degree, but negative or positive, that you have to mention also. It is a positive high degree correlation because it lies in the range 0.7521. Okay, so this one. So you can do. Should I give you one question, student? Will you do for a practice? Very small question. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us
Yes,
do
sir.
one very simple question. I'm going to give. Okay, so let me write the question, then we will discuss the regression. Okay, so that if you face any problem, that can be sorted out in front of me. Okay, so let me take this one. Okay, so let me write one important question and you do that question. Okay. Okay, so question is, there there are some marks of 10 students. Marks of 10 students in 2 subjects. Okay, so first subject is accountancy. Okay, you can say that is capital X. And second subject is statistics. So marks in statistics. Suppose this is capital Y. Okay, So datas are 48, 45, then 35, 20, then 17, 40, then 23, 25. Very simple question. I am not going to give you large quantities so that you can do it very easily. 47 and this 45. Okay, so dear students, please calculate coefficient of correlation. Find coefficient of correlation.
Sir, these are only 5 students, no?
Okay. 5. Sorry, not 10 but 5. Not 10 but 5. Sorry. Previous वाला देख लिया तुमने. These are 5 students. So find the coefficient of correlation between two subjects, and also find degree of correlation. Degree of correlation. It is visible, students? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have to finish it within 10 minutes. Okay, your time starts now. You note down this question. Okay, note down first at your notebook.
Sir, answer is 0.4286.
Let me check it. How much?
0.4286.
Oh, that's good. That's excellent answer. 0.4286.
86.
Okay, okay. It is actually 86. So up to 3 digit, you can say that it is 0.429. Okay, so this is the answer. What is the degree of correlation? In which category you will put this data? Hello?
Low degree.
Low degree correlation. Low degree positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Low degree positive correlation. That's good. Any other students? Please tell me the answer.
It is the same, sir.
It is
0.4286.
this. Okay.
Same, sir.
Everybody is getting the same answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Same. Yes, sir. That's good. Okay, I hope that you all will do this type of questions. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So more question I will, it will be at the end of this PPT. Okay. So this calculation is very simple. Just you have to go through the this calculation and find the values. Okay. Okay. Yes.
One question: if the value lies between 0.5 to 0.75, what is the degree of correlation?
And between
0.5 to 0.75.
0.5 to
0.75.
it will be moderate degree of correlation. Moderate.
Moderate. Okay, moderate.
Moderate degree. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, I will upload one you can say file, or you can say the PPT, one more PPT where I will explain everything, so you can download that one. Okay. Those are things systematically I will upload. Okay. Fine. So all will you do now this type of questions? Generally, this type of question, are asked. Now next one is sometimes rank is given. Rank, that is some data related to beauty, honesty and dishonesty, corruption, intelligence. If this such type of data is given, then the calculation of correlation is a bit different. So while studying this type of qualitative instead of quantitative, if qualitative data is given, then definitely we cannot apply the same formula. All you agree with me now? Hello. Dear students, previous formula is based on the quantitative analysis. But what about the qualitative analysis is given? Suppose that If someone is handsome, so we have given 1 to 10, suppose we have given 8 rank, and other is 7 and so on. Similarly, other qualitative in honesty and for honesty we have given some rank. So question is, in this type of data, how you can correlate them? So for that, Carl Pearson gave another formula, and this method what we do, we assign the ranks to the items serially, and then we calculate the correlation between two series. Here there may be one more than one series can be given on the basis of the quality or qualitative data. So it's a simple formula is there. When the qualitative data is given, then we use this formula that is known as Pearson's rank correlation coefficient. This is rho equal to 1 minus 6 into d square upon this capital S total data into n square minus 1. Okay, so this thing. These are differences and these are different. Okay, now question is, how the same way here also, this rank correlation will always lies between -1 and +1. Okay, this. So now question, how we calculate this one? Let us take one example. Okay, suppose there are 10 competitors in a beauty contest are ranked by the 3 judges. So calculate the rank correlation to determine which pair of judges has nearest approach. So you can see here that 10 competitors are there, 3 judges are there. These are given some rank on the basis of there may be beauty, there may be honesty, there may be corruption, whatever quality is there, they have judged of 10 competitors and given some rank. Suppose judge A has given competitor 1 and a rank, whereas the B and C given 3 and 6 respectively, and in such a way all the 3 judges have given their rank as per their observation to these 10 competitors. Now we have to see that which of the judges approach is very nearest. So we have to use the formula, this one. But what is D? D is nothing but the difference between two ranks, data of 2 ranks. Suppose DAB means difference between the rank given by the judges A and B, and difference DBC means difference between the rank given by the judges B and C. The judge B rank will come first and judge C's rank will come later. So in this way, if you calculate all these things, so DAB will be, you can see here that 1 minus 3, that is -2, 6 minus 5, that is 1, 5 minus 8, that is -3, 10 minus 4, that is 6, and so on up to here 8 minus 9, that is -1. Getting it, students, the calculation? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this D, the thing that is in formula. Okay, so from different judges, we have to take the pair and we have to calculate D. Then we have to square up these things. So -2 square is 4 and 1 square is 1, and so on. And so similarly, we can calculate difference or the deviation, you can say, between the rank given by the B and C judges. So it will be, if you see here, 3 minus 6, that is -3. 5 minus 4, that is 1, and so on. Similarly, take the square, and last but not least, C, judge C minus judge A means 6 minus 1, that is 5, 4 minus 2, this judge C minus A, this is minus 4, this C, 4 minus 6, that is -2, and so on. And similarly, you can say 7 minus 8, that is -1. So we have calculated the differences between the rank given by. Now we have to apply the formula for all the 3 categories, DAB, DBC, and DCA. So this is the basic formula. So the formula for the calculation or the rank correlation for the first pair, that is A and B, put the value, okay, D. How you can, you have to sum this one. If you sum this one, you will get 200 divided by number of competitor, that is 10, and so on. So you get this one. Okay. Similarly for B and C, we can calculate these things. Okay. So question is, जिसका पॉजिटिव होगा वो ज्यादा नियरेस्ट अप्रोच वाला होता है ना. द रैंक गिवन बाय द जजेस एंड सी, यू कैन सी, okay, it is very near, it is having maximum quantity. If you forget the number, sign, so you can see that it is nearest approach, that is 0.636. okay, and it is moderate degree correlation, rank correlation. So this type of questions are also asked, and you can proceed such question in this way. Getting it, students? Hello.
We have to
Okay.
take only positive results.
No. Everything is there. No, negative is negative. Whatever is coming out, you have to just take. Na? Suppose.
No,
minus two.
near AC is the nearest approach.
Actually, it is having. If you see the numerically, it is high na. It is numerically high.
Okay.
That is why we have considered. Suppose it was negatively, so this would be greater. Which one? Negative में कौन सा बड़ा होता है इन दोनों में से? If suppose it was also negative, suppose it was also negative. Okay, so we have to consider the the value of the irrespective of sign. Okay, the larger value, or you can say the positive value simply. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And this is the another example of this type. Repeated rank, if there are some repeated values, you can use this formula also. Instead of that one, we can use this one. Okay, so this is same question, you can do this one. I am leaving for you, this one. Okay, it has been done here. Okay, this one. Okay, this only two data is given, no? In two, so only one आएगा इसमें, केवल एक ही आएगा. 3, if there is only 2, then you will get only 1, है ना, rank correlation. If data is 3, then there are 3 pair are possible, A, B, B, C, C, A. But in case of 2, it is only A or B, or you can say X and Y is only. So it is only one here. Okay, and these are some practice questions. Okay, so any question that you want to ask here, I will give you some more examples, okay, in assignment, so you can do more questions also. For books, you can prefer, the SP Gupta's book is also good, and you can also prefer the, HK Das book of higher engineering. Everything is given in that also. You can prefer the BS Grewal also. So these are some standard book, and everything you will get there. Everything as per the syllabus. You can take more examples. Getting students? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us look now what is linear regression. What is regression? Regression is actually when we analyze mathematically, those data when represented mathematically with the help of some lines, then we say that that is regression. Regression means the representation of data in terms of the lines. Okay, suppose you are given with two variables x and y, x data x1 x2 up to xn, and y data y1 y2 up to yn. Then have a linear relationship if a unit change in one variable results in a constant change in other. Means there is constant, means whatever change take place in x, the same amount is taken place in y also. That should not change. Suppose if ratio is 2:1, so between every data there will be ratio 2:1. If the ratio है ना between x1 and y1, you can say if some constant ratio, then with every items of x and y there should be constant ratio. So if this type of relation is there, then we say that it is a linear relation. So overall we have to study mathematically, we have to represent mathematically the data. Okay, so the relationship represented by a straight line under this analysis of regression, and those lines are known as lines of regression. There are two types of lines are there generally. When you write the, actually you might have studied in mathematics, those people who are mathematics sides, you see that u equal to mx plus c, mx plus c. So this is the equation of a straight line. Okay, and this line can be written in any form. So when you find the lines like x equal to a plus by, then we say that these are the lines of regression of x and y. And when you find the lines like this y equal to a plus bx, then you say that these are lines of y on x to estimate the value of y for a given value of x. So there are two ways to estimate the value of x or y. Okay, either you can estimate from this relation. If you are having this relation, give input the value of y, you will get the value of x. Or if you have given x values, you can get the value of y by giving input of x. So there are two ways. Accordingly, we say that regression line of x and y or regression line of y and x. So basically there are two types of lines are there. Okay, so you have to, and these lines coming from this one, this is the basic one. M is known as the gradient and C is the constant that makes with the y-axis. Okay, now question is how these lines are obtained. These are the simplified forms of the lines, but question is when data are given, then how you find the very simple formula. You don't have to do anything, just you have to keep in mind this formula. Okay, so suppose you are given with the data x and data y, which are given like this, and you want to calculate regression line of y and x or the analysis of y on the basis of x data, then you should have the line of y and x. So for this, the equation of line of regression of y and x is given by this. Y bar is the, this is the mean of y series, x bar is the mean of x series, and by this is very important factor which is known as regression coefficient, and the value of regression coefficient of y and x is given by this formula. So byx is given by this formula. What you have to do is you have to find first the correlation, and you have also to find the standard deviation of y series, standard deviation of x series, and r. So these are the three things that you have to calculate first when the data of x and data y are given. So calculate small r correlation, calculate standard deviation of y series, calculate standard deviation of series. Okay, so these three things first you have to calculate, then you have to use this formula. So first you have to find y and x, and its formula is for your memorization. You can say that y coming first, then x. You can say y coming in numerator and x coming in denominator. Similarly, the regression coefficient of x series over y or on y, it can be written as just reverse the process. It will be sigma x upon sigma y. Getting students? So these are the 5 things that you have to calculate first to analysis regression of given to data. Getting students? And these can be done with the help of this formula or the formula that we have studied earlier. Okay, so from any method you can calculate these r, sigma x, sigma y, and so on. Okay, and just put these values here, you will get this type of lines after bit simplification. Okay, So these are the standard lines, and these are some constant that you have to evaluate with the help of these formulas. Okay, getting it, students? Similarly, you can calculate x and y same way. Instead of x, you will have to x minus x bar equal to bx over y, and bx over y is this r sigma x sigma y. These things are essential. Then you put here, you will get the two lines. Okay. Now there are certain result that you have to keep in mind. Result is that regression coefficient both can never be equal. This is the first thing. Regression coefficient of x and y cannot be equal to the regression coefficient of y on x. Getting it, students? Both will be different. This is first one. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Another thing is that sign of both coefficient will be the same. Sign of both will be the same. Third one is that it is again as in the case of regression coefficient, correlation coefficient. Whatever method you apply, whether you apply direct method, whether you apply shortcut method, by changing the scale or the origin, your value of the regression coefficient, neither regression coefficient nor correlation coefficient change. It will always be same. Means irrespective of method, your regression coefficient will be same, and your correlation coefficient will be same. Means irrespective of change of origin or irrespective of the method you are using. Okay, so you have to keep in mind. So you can use any method to find the correlation and regression. Okay, next one is what the question is how you are calculated. Suppose you are given with bx over y and by over x. When these two things is given, then you can calculate r, and r square is given by this formula, product of the regression coefficient of x and y and y on x. If this is given, then you can calculate this one. Now question is what sign should be there? What sign should be there? Either r will be negative or positive. It depends on the coefficient and a regression coefficient. As I have told you, the sign of regression coefficient will be the same. Either these values will be negative or positive. Whatever are values there, you have to take. Suppose both coefficient are positive, then you will take r positive, and if both are negative, then you will take r as negative. Okay, numerical value come out, that doesn't matter. The thing that matters is the sign. So whatever sign of the regression coefficient, you have to take the sign of r also. Means this is the correlation coefficient, this is the correlation coefficient, and these are the regression coefficient. So this is the relation between these two. Getting it, students? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so you have to, one more thing I would like to say, that suppose you are given with two lines. Suppose two lines are given. Suppose I'm writing here one thing. Let me tell you. Suppose you are given 3x minus y equal to 6 and x plus y equal to 5 मान लीजिए. Suppose these are two lines of regression. Suppose first line is y on x and second line is है ना x and y. Okay, so these are two different regression lines. So when you solve these lines, if these lines are regression lines, then by solving these lines, whatever value is coming out, that will be the value of the mean. You have to remember this thing always. When you solve, when you find the values of x and y by solving the regression lines, whatever value you are getting, that will be the value of mean. X value means x, mean of x series, and y value means that is the mean of y series. Getting a student what I'm saying? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
So when lines are already given, there are two types of question we are going to do. Either data will be given, you will be said find the regression lines, or line you will be given, then you will have to say that find R, find the value of regression coefficient and so on. So two types of question generally asked. So when you are given with line, equation of lines, that is equation of regression line, solve these lines, whatever value you will get, those values will be of means. Value of x, that is value of mean x series, and value of y, that is value of mean of y series. This I want to clear here. Okay, now let's take some example. So find the equations to the lines of regression and coefficient of correlation, means R. We have to find R, and regression line, two regression line we have to find. Okay, so whatever we are studying here, this is the method by using the regression coefficient method. Whatever we discussed here, this is the regression coefficient method. There are some other method, least square method is also there. So we can also find, we will discuss it later on. But first we will focus on the method of using regression coefficient to find the lines of regression. So data, x data is given, y data is given. Now we have to find two lines. What these two lines we have to calculate what? We have to calculate R, we have to calculate sigma x, we have to calculate sigma y, then we have to calculate b x over y and by over x. So these five things are to be determined. So let us one by one we do. This is x series, this is y series. First we have to calculate the mean. So add these data and divide number of data, that is total 5 data are there. So mean of x series is 3, mean of y series is 5. Now take the deviations, okay, to find the values of small r. This is the first formula that we studied. So putting all those values in, getting the square and sum, then put these values in the formula, you will get the approximate value is 0.81, this correlation coefficient. So first value we have achieved, that is value of correlation. This first value, which is required here, this first. Okay. Now can you tell me, there is any one of you, what is the degree of correlation on the basis of this data of R?
High degree.
High degree positive correlation.
High
That's
degree
good.
positive.
Okay. Now let us find out sigma x, that is standard deviation of x series. This is the formula. Just put the values of square of x minus x bar. From here you can see there's a 10. So it will be 10 square, and find this value √2. You can calculate, but don't calculate this one, because we have formula r equal to under root something, that will be calculated. Sigma y is also put the value of square of y minus y bar, that is 26, and it is coming out to be this much. Okay, all the three things are here. All the 5, x bar is here, y bar is here, r is here, and with the help of with the help of sigma y and sigma x, you can calculate b x over y, b y over x, and this is b y over x, because you are getting y on x. Okay, so y on x series, put all the values and you will get this. So this is the line of regression of y on x. Getting student, y is coming left side, ix is coming right side, so it is y on x. Be intentionally finding y on x. That is why we are getting, because we are using this formula. Similarly, you can find line of x and y. So you will get x minus x bar equal to so much. So this is nothing but this is regression coefficient of x and y. Put all those values, you will get this one. Okay, so these are two lines of regressions. बन जाएगा students, it is very easy. So this is one way, one type of question when data is given and you are set to find the regression lines. Will you do, students? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Should I give one question to you all? It's a very simple question.
Yes, sir.
Concept is clear. PPT I had uploaded last weak, so you can also take the help. So let me write one question, and let me see how beautifully you all do these questions. Okay, so let me write one question, and very good question is there. So I'm not going to give you hard, but very simple. Okay, so dear students, find two lines of regression from the following given data. Okay, so data is capital X stands for the series X, capital Y stands for series Y, and small x and small y will stand for the items. So I'm writing here 6, 5, 2, not very hard question, very simple question. 10, 9, 4, 8, 8, 7. So what you have to do, you have to find first mean, then you have to find standard deviation for both series, then you have to calculate and this R, then you have to calculate B of xy on y and by on x. So do students, your time starts now. Within next 15 minutes. Okay, complete this one. 10 no, within next 10 or 15 minutes do these questions.
Hello.
Okay, yes.
Sir, I have one doubt actually.
Yes, tell sir. Okay.
Sir, can we find these regression lines in case of R is 0, or whether they are exist or not? If R is 0, coefficient of correlation
Then
is 0.
when
Whether
R
the
is 0,
regression,
R is
whether
0,
this,
then the line will be there will be lines of regression, but both will be perpendicular to each other. That's good question. If R is 0, then both line will be perpendicular to each other.
okay.
It means perpendicular line of regression you will get there if R is 0.
Okay.
That's it. Simple means x mean, in that case, let me clear you. Equation is this: x minus x bar equal to R into, suppose this is x, so this will be x upon y into this will be y minus y. So if R is 0, it means x is x bar and y will be y bar.
Yes, sir.
It means both lines will be perpendicular to each other.
Okay.
And those will pass through the origin.
Yes.
Those will pass through the origin. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Doing it, students? Dear student, are you all doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Do it fast. We have to discuss more things.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
I'm just telling the values. Please let me know if it is right. So,
Actually, this is
R
unsolved. It is unsolved problem. So I will, entirely will depend on you all. Okay.
okay. So X bar is 4.4
Yes.
and Y bar is 8.
Hmm.
Sigma X is 1.45.
Kitna? How much?
1.45.
Yes.
And sigma Y is 0.8944.
0.8944. 5 लिख सकते हैं इसमें ना? 4 लिख सकते हैं. Up to 3 places of decimal. Okay.
0.89 and bxy, that is sigma y over sigma x, that is
Tell me R value. Tell me R value.
R value is minus 0.30773.
Ajit
This.
sir,
30.
X bar is 6.
Yeah, X bar
X-
itself is wrong. So I
Okay. So that's why, sir, I was just
Okay. It is how much?
X bar is 6.
6.
Okay.
6.
And Y bar is
Remaining.
8.
Okay. Remaining values are okay.
Sigma X
no, sir. Then everything will be wrong, now, sir.
Okay. Let me delete everything.
Yeah, please delete, sir.
Okay. Till X bar 6.
X bar is 6. Y bar is 8. Sigma X is 2.828.
8 to 8. Sigma Y.
Sigma Y is 2.
So can you tell me the value of R?
R is minus 0.3536.
Minus
3536.
0.353 ले लेते हैं अपन. What is the value of BX over Y?
BXY is minus 0.4949.
494 ले लेते हैं चलिए. And BY over X?
Minus 0.2475.
Minus
0.2475.
247 8 ले लेते हैं. 248 ले लेते हैं. Is it okay? ओके
Yes.
आप इसमें कुछ रखा नहीं है, आप लोग कर सकते हो, जैसे मान लीजिए y on x फाइंड करना, ओके y on x लाइन से y minus y bar equal to by over x into x minus x bar. You can put the value and you can get the line. Similarly, you can find x on y, okay, x on y you can get
Yes.
the students, you know. So b
Y
x
is
over
equals to minus. Yeah.
y equals to yes minus
Minus 0.25x.
minus 0.25x something.
Plus 9.5.
Okay, this is y on x line. That's great. And another you
X
can
is equals to
yes.
minus 0.5y
Hmm.
plus 10.
Okay. So dear student, there may be some deviation or fluctuation in calculation, but this is the way to proceed. Okay. I hope.
Sir, how many decimal places we have to take?
Actually, it is not. If the in equation it is not mentioned, you can take up to 2 or 3 places of decimal. It depends on you. Be never emphasize that you take this much. As per your choice, you can take 2 to 3 places of decimal.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I think you all will agree with this data.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is one type of question where data is given. You have to find these 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5, 6, quantities to find the regression lines. Okay. So when data is given, now let me describe, because we have very less time, 15, 20 to 25 minutes. So let me describe one thing. So this is the way when data is given, we have to calculate all things. I know that you all now would be aware to proceed this type of data. Now question is when we have to find the same things when the data is not given. Instead of data, lines are given. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now question is to which line we should take as y on x and x on y. This is very important thing. If you get anything wrong, suppose you are getting the value of a regression coefficient more than 1, because value of coefficient will never be greater than it will be always less than 1. So if you are getting the value of a regression coefficient greater than 1, or you are getting the values of regression coefficient whose multiplication is greater than 1, or you are getting the values of regression coefficients who are having opposite sign, then it means the choice is wrong. Then you can reverse the choice. Let us take one example. Okay, so we have to find the correlation coefficient between x and y when the lines of regressions are given. So we have to find everything here. Okay, so we will try to find out not only the correlation coefficient but everything. So my first choice is I am supposing that my first line, this is line of x and y. Getting a student, this is my first choice. If everything goes well, then my choice you will say that is okay. Otherwise, you will take second line as a line x and y. Getting what I want to say? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि केवल देखकर हम ये नहीं बता सकते x and y है या y on x until unless we get some extraordinary result, or the result that does not favor our result, our coefficients. Okay, then you will reverse that one. So my first choice is I have assumed the first one as a line of regression of x and y. Clear? Then what you have to do, next one, that is second one, will be y on x. So I have written y on x and this is x on y. Okay, getting students? So first one is x and y, second one y on x. Now from the first line, let us calculate, that is we have to write in the form x equal to a plus by. Getting students, this is the very first formula. If you see here, this we have to write is x equal to a plus by type. So when you write this x plus this type, you will get this. The coefficient of this is always will be b of x y, means this is the regression coefficient of x and y. Always you have to remember when line is given. So the b x of over y, that is regression coefficient, will be 9/2. And for the second line, you will have to write like this, y and x, that is y equal to c plus dy, or you can simply you write a plus b. So I'm writing c plus dy, okay, to differentiate. So second line would be written like this, c plus dx, sorry. So the coefficient of x will be y and x. So here is 1/2 if you compare with the standard one. Now r can be calculated very easily. You can see here that the value of r is greater than 3/2. लेकिन r की वैल्यू कभी x से, वैसे भी देखिए इस कोफिशिएंट की वैल्यू x से अधिक आ रही, तो हमारी चॉइस तो गलत है फिर. This is one indication. Another indication is the value of r is greater than 1, while we know that value of r lies between 1 and -1. Getting students? Hello?
Yes, sir.
इसका मतलब है जो
Yes,
हमने
sir.
लाइन, हाँ, जो हमने लाइन पहली वाली मानी वो गलत है. अब हम क्या मानेंगे, ये हमारी एक्चुअल में लाइन हो जाएगी y यानी x, and this will be x and y. So this type of situation you will have to face. So means our choice is wrong. The choice of regression lines is incorrect. अब हमने उल्टा माना, just opposite we have considered. So the lines of x and y, that will be second line, and first line will be line of y and x. So this time let us again, x and y, that is again you have to write x equal to a plus b types. So here you can see that, this coefficient x and y, that is 2. And here also, if you compare this one, okay, this you will get 2/9. So now this time you can see that this. Okay, one thing let me tell you, if b of x over y is greater than 1, then another will be less than 1. Let me clear this one very, means दोनों, if one is greater than 1, then another will be less than 1. Both will be less than 1, but both can never be greater than 1. Getting students? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this you have to think. Okay, so here you can see one is greater to another is less. Both having the positive sign. Till now it is okay. Let us find r value. So r value is given under root of bxy into byx. Sign we have taken positive because both values are positive. So instead of negative we have considered positive. Yes, it is less than. It is less than 1. Yes, okay, it is not greater than 1. It is less than 1. Maximum it should be 1. So yes, okay, means our choice was correct. So hence the correlation coefficient between x and y is this. So this is r, this is bx over y, this is by over x. Now the things that remains is that is sigma x. So you can very easily calculate, you can apply the formula. Formula means b of x over y equal to r into sigma x upon sigma y. This is equation number first. And b over y and x, that is r into del y upon del x. This is equation number second. Put the values. You will get two equations in sigma x, sigma y. After solving, you can get the values of sigma x and sigma y. Getting a student what I want to say. So in this type, all the coefficient you will get sigma x, sigma y, r, and x bar, y bar, and so on. The question is how you find mean of these two lines. Just solve these two lines. When you solve these two lines, whatever value x is coming, that will be x bar. Whatever y is coming, that will be y bar. If you solve any means, 10th में जो भी आपने पढ़ा है उसको अप्लाई कर दी, जो वैल्यू x की आएगी वो x मीन होगा, जो वैल्यू y की होगी वो y मीन होगा. So in this type, you all 6 factor you can calculate. if the lines are given. But choice, you have to remember, choice. Your choice may be wrong, your choice may be right. So you have to keep this in mind. Getting it, students? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, this is one question. You will do this one I have done here. But let me give you one question. Okay. So I'm going to write one more question for you. Okay. Now you have to tell me whether this data is okay or not. Okay. If you get something wrong, that will be your choice is wrong. So question is, very carefully you have to listen. A student obtained the following two regression. Obtained the following two lines of regression or regression line. The question is, do you agree or not? Do you agree with him or not? That you have to tell me. Okay, lines are 6x minus 15y equal to 21, and another line is 21x plus 14y equal to 56. Okay, now dear students, you tell me whatever data he would have with him, he draws these two lines. Now question is, do you agree or not? Do you agree or not? Just find out. वही एक चॉइस लीजिए, पहले कैलकुलेट करिए. आपको लगता है गलत रिजल्ट है तो दूसरी चॉइस भी लीजिए, दो उस बार भी गलत होगा, देन यू कैन से.
Sir,
Yes.
when we choose both the cases, one is positive and one is negative. Therefore,
So do that na. Both cases you have to. First you select first one x and y and second y and x. Get the result, then reverse the process. If the result is same coming, then you can say you do not agree with. You have to. You get some valid reason why you don't agree. Either you are getting opposite signs or getting the
opposite
product.
signs in both the cases.
Oh,
in both cases we have opposite signs.
That's why you do not agree with the given two lines. Whatever this man would have with him data and these lines of stands, you are not agreeing with that one because you are getting in both the choices different signs of regression of coefficient. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That's one. So this type of questions also asked. Okay. Okay. So one more question, let me write and you find. Question. Next question is, find small r, x bar, y bar, sigma x, sigma y from the following given lines of regressions. Lines of regressions. Okay, so equal to 6 and 3x plus 2y, 3x plus 2y equal to 0. So do the question, and with this question we will include our today's lecture. Okay, I will give you some questions after this lecture is over and upload in the Microsoft Teams, so you can do the practice also. Different questions will be there. Okay, so do this question, note down this question and do within next 10 to 15 minutes. There are some more examples you can take. There are so many questions there, so you can take them as a practice or as a reference.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Can you just explain how to calculate the x bar and y bar from this equation?
Okay, I have already told you that just simply solve these equations. Okay, if you solve these two equations, how you solve? There are method of, you can calculate one value from y. Suppose you are solving y from here. That is, y will be how much? 6 minus x by 6. Put this value here to get y. To get x, then replace this value here, you will get y. So whatever value you are getting x, that will be x bar. Whatever you value getting y, that will be y bar. Substitution method you can use. You can use cross multiplication. You can use elimination method. Dear student, otherwise I explain how to find x bar, y bar. Should I explain?
Please.
Okay. Let me explain. Remaining thing you can do now. So let me explain this one. How to solve these equations, that is first priority. So these are two lines of regressions. Now let me solve this one. What you have to do is, there are so many ways, but I will tell you one simple way. Suppose this is equation number first and this is equation number second. Calculate the value of x or y from any of these ones. Suppose I am calculating the value of x from 1. So value of x from 1, that will be 6 minus 6y. Getting? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
put this value. Put this value in second. फर्स्ट से हमने फाइंड किया, सेकंड में रखा है, सेकंड से निकाल सकते थे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. तो सेकंड जब रखोगे आप, तो हाउ मच okay. So the value of x from first is this much. So put this 3 into 6 minus 6y plus 2y equals to 0. Getting, students? I have just replaced the value of x in the equation of a second. Okay. So if you simplify this one, it will be 18 minus 18 y plus 2y equal to 0, and this will be 18 minus this will be 16y, that will be 0. This equal to, you can write it as 16y equal to 18 minus 18, so minus will be plus. So when you divide this one, that will be 18 upon 16 means 9 upon 8, and this will be nothing but this will, yeah, 1.4
1.125.
1.125, and this is nothing but this is the y bar. Getting what I'm saying? Now put this value y equal to in any of the equation, you will get the value of x. Okay. So when you put this value here, suppose you are putting from second. Okay. So put this value y in second, you will get 3x plus 9y8 into 2. Y की value हमने रखा, and this equal to 0 means 3x, this will be equal to minus 9 by 4. and when you simplify this one, this will be negative, and this will be x upon minus 9 by 3 means 3 by 4. 0 point, I think
75.
75. So this is nothing but this is bar. Whatever you get to x, that will be x bar. Whatever you get y, that will be y bar. अब तो बन जाएगा ना, सिग्मा x सिग्मा y इसी तरह निकालना आपको क्या निकालना पड़ेगा आपको, अब आपको ये निकालिए बी एक्स ओवर वाई, कैसे निकालोगे, चॉइस, फिर वही चॉइस आपको देखनी पड़ेगी, पहली चॉइस लेते हैं तो क्या सही है गलत है ना, तो यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड. Will you do it, students? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
suppose you are assuming first line. Suppose this is our line. Suppose you are assuming this first line as line x and y. Okay. You are suppose on y. So you have to write it as x equal to minus 6y plus 6. So what would be bx over y, that is coefficient of y, that is minus 6. Okay, ठीक, एक से अधिक है. सेकेंड क्या मानोगे, दिस विल बी y on x हो जाएगी. y on x means you will have to write, that is 2 से डिवाइड करोगे आप तो y इक्वल टू हो जाएगा माइनस में 3/2x. इट इज ओके, इट इज लेस देन, दोनों का साइन भी सही है तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं ना. सो दिस विल बी b over x and this is, now you can proceed further to get the value of r by, है ना, अंडर रूट ऑफ, यू नो ना, bxy into byx, दोनों का सेम साइन है तो नेगेटिव लेना पड़ेगा, नेगेटिव है दोनों का. सो गेटिंग स्टूडेंट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग?
Yes, sir.
ओके. So you can tell me these values so that I can write here. X bar y bar तो मैंने निकाल दिया. Now you can tell me remaining values, that is small r also.
Sir, bxy is minus 2 by 3
bxy is minus 2 by 3
and byx is minus 1 by 6.
minus 1 by 6. Okay.
Value of r is 1 by 3.
1 by 3 means 0.333. It is a low degree positive correlation.
Low degree positive, yes.
Low degree positive correlation. Okay.
So that r may be negative, na? As both bxy and byx are negative.
Oh yeah. That's,
Yes,
so
it is negative. Yes.
It is negative. That's good. These are things that you have all keep in mind. Minor mistake. This happened with everyone, but you have to be very, very cautious. Okay. Negative. So low degree negative correlation. This data having. Okay. So okay, students. I hope that you all will do the questions which are unsolved in this PPT, and many more questions I will give you. So do this, practice them. Different question you will find. I prefer the book SP Gupta, BS Grewal, HK Das, Higher Engineering Mathematics. So everything, as per syllabus you can get, and do the question and ask with me if you have any doubt anywhere. Okay. So should I finish today's lecture? Okay. Or any doubt you can ask. Because time is now.
Sir, bxy is also negative and byx is also negative. So
That is why
by
I-
under rooting and multiplying, we get positive result, na?
No, that you will get positive, but as per law, as per the statistician who would have drawn this formula, sign will be of both.
Okay,
यदि
okay.
दोनों नेगेटिव है तो नेगेटिव होगा, दोनों पॉजिटिव है तो पॉजिटिव होगा, है ना, ये आपको ध्यान रखना है.
Okay, sir.
दोनों साइन डिफरेंट है, या चॉइस आपकी डिफरेंट है तो यू कैन रिवर्स योर चॉइस. Okay.
Okay.
Selecting.
Sir, can you repeat the book's name once more?
Yeah. SP. Let me write. Very good book that I always prefer. SP Gupta. Statistical method. It is very good book. Statistical methods by SP Gupta. It's very famous writer, and the book I think will be available if you visit SIT. This is first one. Second one, I have also gone through the BS Grewal. You can. Okay. And BS Grewal तो स्टैंडर्ड होती है, उसमें है ना, इंजीनियरिंग मैथमेटिक्स चलती है, उसमें चीजें मिल जाती है. इंजीनियरिंग मैथमेटिक्स के नाम से हायर इंजीनियरिंग मैथमेटिक्स, हायर. Okay. Or the same title is of by H.K. Das. These are some good authors, and I think the name of book is Higher Engineering Mathematics. So you prefer these two, but I would suggest you this SP Gupta. It is purely statistics book. You can see there. Can you see? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It's a very good book. It's very good.
Yes,
so
sir.
you can. It is, I think, visible. This is SP Gupta. Okay. And this is okay, students. So you can prefer this one.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes, yes.
one question, like how to calculate the sigma x and sigma y from these equations?
Sigma x, sigma y. You write this formula. Which formula? This. Suppose this is equation number 1. Write second one. So sorry, this is B. Since you are having this R and this BXY and Y, so use this data to get the sigma x and sigma y by using this formula. Okay. दो इक्वेशन बनेंगे, दोनों इक्वेशन को सिग्मा एक्स सिग्मा वाई के लिए सॉल्व कर लीजिए, वैल्यू मिल जाएगी. गेटिंग?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. That's good. Any other doubt? I think our time is over and we should finish. Satish sir, are you there?
Yes, sir. I will start.
Okay, you continue. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.